Hi, good night. I would like to speak about the the biggest problem that United States always had. United States always had a problem with the black people. Uh, the black people that are in United States, they was not wanted in Africa. I lived in Africa. I did a minor thing in South Africa and Atomic Center. And the African people do not consider the black people that was sold for the Europeans. They don't consider them African. And they're not considered them black because I have friends in Africa. I have Nigerian friends, Ethiopian friends. I have South African friends. I don't have black South African friends. They are not black. They are over there. They are considered natives. This is the country. There are Nigerian, Egyptians, Moroccans, and that's how they are called. When they have problems with people, they sold them for slavery. Usually people who own the money. That's how you become slave in Africa. Whether you own money or you lose in a fight. Basically, they consider the blacks in America and in Brazil, they consider them losers. They consider people who doesn't respect the laws that they had in Africa. And they are continuing having the same problems in Brazil and in the United States. They don't want to respect the law. Now they are saying that they were slaves. What about the Jews that were slaves in Africa for 420 years? They were Hebrew. And they all never went back to Egypt. That means that it was a bad time. Now, show me one black that wants to go back to Africa. Nobody wants. Show me one black that wants to live in the United States, live in Africa. Nobody wants. Liberia and Ethiopia never been colonized. Ethiopia just for a short time by Italy, just a short time. Now, we are sick. The world are sick and tired to hear lies. We don't want to hear lies. And the blacks in the United States and Brazil want to make people feel guilty for their lives, for not succeeding in business. Well, the only reason that there are black people who are not succeeding in business and being prosper is because they occupied their heart with hate, leaving no space for love. What Martin Luther King said, they will hate us, we'll love them. And who's following Martin Luther King? Anyone. Now, the NAACP, we all know what it means. National American for Advance for Colored People. So they're saying, actually, that white is not a color. And I'll tell you that scientifically, black is not a color. Black is the absence of light. This is in nature. This is science. Everybody who study science will say the same thing. Now, black is a different color than brown. Now, racist. Everybody's racist. A person that says this is not racist is not being an honest person. But racist doesn't mean violence. Violence is not power. Violence is lack of power. It doesn't mean anything to be 6'5", strong, going to academy, gym, and behave violent. Because when people are violent toward black people, they complain. But when they are violent to white people, that's okay. To kill a police, that's okay. But a criminal, a life criminal, that did not respect the police, do not obey the police, dies. Like George Floyd, he did not respect the police. He's a big guy. He was stronger physically than the police to stop him. When the police stop you, nobody likes to be stopped by the police. Not only the black, nobody likes to be stopped by the police. But you have to treat the police nice. Or you want the police department to hire only neuropsychiatrists. In paying, instead of what they're paying for the police, 10 times more. You expect them to do that? Shame on you, black people. This is not American. What you did in the street, burning businesses, burning the city, as a protest. If you want to burn something, burn your house, burn yourself. You burn businesses. What those people that you burn their businesses did wrong to you? And if they did wrong, don't you have a justice system in the United States? Don't you have laws? Now, you manage to tell people that the white people don't like black people. Now, you gave them now all the reasons, the reasonable reasons, the convincing reason to hate you. You can't run your lives. You can't run AACP. You have to have a Jewish guy to run that organization. It's a minority. They are fair. They study. They don't believe in violence. NAACP, instead of taking care of the poor, the needy, they take care of famous people, Jay-Z, of Beyonce, Michael Jackson. They spend time with people who have money. They don't spend time with people who doesn't have money. There are black people in the United States live outside jail, like inside jail. Not because the white people, because the black people don't like themselves. The black people don't like America. They do not behave like Americans. An American doesn't burn his flag. You are taking for granted everything you have in the United States. You are taking for granted. Visit Africa. I lived in Africa. In Africa, the black people, well, the Africans, again, because in Africa you don't have black people, you have just Africans. This is their place. The African people do everything to be your friend. There are cities there is no restaurant. If people don't invite you to their houses, you will have nothing to eat. The most generous people have no money. They share what they have with others without knowing what they're going to eat the next day. It's about sharing. And there's a lot of rich people who are blacks in the United States. They don't share nothing. Jay-Z and Beyonce, I'll make them share everything they have. How? I prove the music cause violence. I can do that. Every sound therapist knows the sound that promote violence. Every sound therapist. Rap music promote violence. This is the result of their music. Now, since I'm a Jewish guy, I'll make them give away the money by will, because I believe in democracy. How am I going to do that? I'm going to give the rich black people that work, that are working, tax exemption. And they're not going to pay tax anymore for lifetime. And every accountant, every tax lawyer, which I am both, we'll tell them this is a good deal. And we're going to use the black rich people in America to give to black men, not black women, black men, opportunities to make money. Why men? Because when men have money, they share with women. They look after women. When women make money, they don't care about men. That's why we have so much violence. Women don't care about men. They're very nice when they want something. They're very nice. I'm not gonna tell how black women are in bed. I'm not gonna compare black women in the United States and Brazil. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not a sexual therapist. But when people are not happy, there are reasons. This is not a reason to put fire. That somebody died in the hands of the police. The police shot and killed 3,000 people in LA. 3,000. They are not blacks. But you ask a person, a black person, you ask him, are you offended when somebody kills a black? Yes. Are you offended when a black kills a white? No. Are you offended when a black kills another black? No. So who is racist here? I mean, criminal racist. Because everybody is racist. Everyone wants to better his race. Everyone wants to improve his race. Everyone wants a child who is smarter, who is taller, who is richer, who is not best looking. Now, to hurt somebody else because he has a different race, it's wrong. Now, George Floyd and the other guy, they act criminally. And the police is not a neuropsychiatrist. They're not a psychologist. They're not a psychoanalyst. When the police tell you freeze and you do something fast, a fast move, they will shoot you. That in every country. This is not like the United States, not only the United States. Try to do something here against police. I make fun of the police because I'm a general. But I show my badge. Because if I make fun of the police and I don't show my badge, they will act. They won't be nice. It's a kind of a cowardness. But they are coward too. We all know that. I have a lot of stories, but you have to know the situation you're in. Sometimes you can make jokes, sometimes you can't make jokes. The blacks in United States, they don't understand that all white people already have a concept. They already have a judgment regarding black behavior. Black people want in the United States everybody to be afraid of them. They want to say that they're the only one who can play basketball, the only one who can sing, the only one who can be funny, and that is not true. I'm a victim of NBA prejudice. I wanted to, when I was a kid, I wanted to play basketball. In the NBA, I played 1-on-1, and I won all the plays. Winners got the ball on when you play 1-on-1. Too fast. I jumped too high. When I was a kid, I qualified for the Olympics. I jumped. I had to change my running from 60 meters to 100 meters. It's a different style. 60 meters, you don't breathe. 100% you breathe. 100 meters, you breathe. But a place I grew up, they don't care about gold medals. They care about security, having the best army in the world, which they have. The day that Israel becomes number 2, there won't be any Israel. United States, I don't want to talk about the army that the United States has. We never fought together. We're allies. We are not the best friend that the United States have. We're the only friend that the United States has. Everybody makes business with the United States for a reason, for an interest. United States is not a country. United States is a business. You can't expect to be successful destroying other people's business. The blacks, if they got any sympathy because of George Floyd's case, now everybody hated. If you act with force, you lose all your forces. You can't make act of terrorism. You cannot be a terrorist and look for sympathy. It's over. In 2015, I went to the president of Brazil, a woman called Dilma Rousseff, Turkey. And she signed, representing Brazil, that terrorists do not have rights. They do not have human rights under the UN Convention. Now it's easy. They're not criminals anymore. Crime, you have a police, you have the court system, you have everybody who takes care of fighting against crime. Terrorists is a different story. We don't have time for games. We don't convict anyone in terrorism who is not terrorist. There's so many terrorists that if we kill somebody that is not a terrorist, we were not reducing terrorism, we're increasing terrorism. So United States and Israel don't kill any innocent person. That's not true. People like to criticize. They feel good. They feel important. They feel smarter. Don't criticize people to feel smarter. Do smart things. That pressure that create won't work. Won't work. Our president, Jair Bolsonaro, and the president of the United States, Donald Trump, and the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, and the president of Israel, don't bend over anymore for terrorism. And I had a serious talk with Arab countries. Bahrain and United Arabs sign a peace contract because it's the only way the Arabs will win the war against Israel, signing a peace contract, making peace. They don't need any land. The Arabs don't need any land. Israel is 28,000 square feet. Arabs have 13 million square feet. They don't need land. They need other things. And with a lot of talk, we can make peace. But the blacks don't talk. The blacks raise their voice, act with violence, and they forget that 90% of American people have guns. Things will get much worse. If a white person gets scared and is afraid for a black person, and a black person make a fast move, he will get shot. To gain trust takes time, a lot of time, sometimes a lifetime. Now with acts like this, we just lost everything. This is like the feminists that in 60 years lost everything they gained in 6,000 years. Being selfish, being terrorists. The problems that men have are not the same problems that women have. The problem in the United States is that black people don't have fathers, or their fathers are not behaving like fathers. This is the real problem. It's not a problem of money, of health. It's money of distribution. The blacks that make a lot of money make more money than they need. They don't help the black man to have professions which give enough money that they can have a family. So the black people have families that doesn't function like families. This is my explanation for that situation. And it's very important that you follow me, subscribe, give a like, so we can learn something. You cannot force anybody to like you in life. Nobody. You have to earn that. And black people will only succeed by their qualities, not by burning, not by killing, not by threatening, not by using force, compel, coerce. You will get the opposite result. That's not the reason you are behaving like this. Because George Floyd was mistreated, or he was sick, he was going to die anyway because he had the coronavirus. He behaved very aggressive. When you're big, you don't behave aggressive. People are gonna be afraid of you. This month is the month Yellow September. It's the month that we fight against committing suicide. A person who wants to commit a suicide doesn't want to kill himself or herself. Does not. They want to cure the pain. But this pain has a long way. A person has to know when he is walking, is going toward a suicide position. You can imagine what a person goes through when he or she wants to kill himself. It's terrible. I'm same as a neuropsychiatrist. All the people that came to me, they want to kill themselves. And it has a long time, a long history. I treat a lot of terrorists in the Middle East. And they didn't kill themselves. All the people that I treat them never killed themselves. Now 57% of the people who try to commit suicide, she end up committing suicide. Because things don't get better when you don't treat yourself right. A person who is mentally sick has homework to do. The doctor can do so much. It's like a professor, a teacher, and a student. The student has to do his part, her part. If you go to a physician and he tells you to take some pills, and if you don't take the pills, you won't get better. What I see here, are crying for help. What I see here, it's a selfish behavior. We saw that behavior in Germany, Nazi Germany. Kristallnacht, the night of Christmas. We were not protesting because that killed. That guy that died, you don't know the guy. Nobody can convince me. They feel sorry for somebody who dies, and he doesn't know that person. That's not the reason. The reason is mental health. And I already spoke with Donald Trump and Jair Bolsonaro. Of course, through that video that I'm doing right now, that I'm going to create 740 million new jobs with great salaries for men. You won't have any more men without good salaries. If every man have good salaries, women will be being taken care of. And if women have good salaries, they will say that they don't need men for nothing. This is unjust. That's why we have so much problems in America's country, continent, and in Europe. Europe doesn't feel so much the feminism because they have 200 million tourists. They don't produce anything anymore. They just live out of tourism. But with this year, with a pandemic, they didn't make any money. So, a man in a family has to be the higher authority in the family, has to be respected by everybody. Like the Bible says, you have to respect father and mother. And usually the mother is younger than the man. The man has more experience. A man knows how to be a man. A kid cannot learn how to be a man with a woman, a grandmother. He will be a loser between the other kids that have a father. Now, United States, everybody wants to be number one. Not everybody can be number one. There's no number one for everybody. In a game, in a tournament, there's only one champ. And in order to win, you have to learn how to lose. Nobody stop playing and start winning. The black people have to know and learn about patience, about love. Listen to the right music. Listen to the right talking. A lot of people want to see fire, violence. Pay for that. And a lot of people go to horror movies. They pay to see horrors movies. They like killing in movies. So this is the result. So it's not George Floyd. It's a combination of a lot of things. American people don't want to live in an African country, not the white and not the black. Otherwise, the black will leave the United States and go to one of the African countries. United States have xenophobia. Yes, they have xenophobia. They don't want United States to look like Mexico, and they don't want Americans to look like Mexicans. Now, a Mexican that comes to the United States, he doesn't want to be Mexicans anymore. He wants to be like American. And he will probably be. Because Mexicans are mixed. They're half Indians, half Europeans. Now, what about black? Do they have to change the color to be accepted? It's hard. It's easier to change the behavior. It's very logical that you will like a person who likes you than a person who hates you. If you have a black person that treats you nice and you have a white person treat you bad, are you going to like the white person who treats you bad, or will you like the black person treat you nice? So that's all what black have to do. Just treat people nice. It's so hard. It's such a big problem. Do you have to break things, terrorize the city? You have to talk with yourself. Make peace. The worst enemy that the black people have, which are themselves. The worst enemy that the black people have in Brazil, in the United States, is themselves. Make peace. Make peace with the black people. Make peace with yourself. Then people will be attracted to you. The black people that do the right things in the United States get very rich, very successful. It's not a magic. It's very simple to make money where there is money. Don't lose that opportunity. Because the world's become a small place. You can't lie anymore. You can't lie. There's internet. This is our purpose. I am in the computer system before Bill Gates and Paul Allen, who died. The personal computer was introduced in 1981. In the 70s, I was in rooms with computers in the Israeli army, Air Force. In those times, you have to speak the language of the computer. Not like nowadays, everybody can use computer. You can't lie anymore. You can't not tell stories. You can't deceive people. This is abuse. This is harassment. Black harassment. Woman harassment. Gay harassment. Respect in order to be respected. People don't pay their taxes to spend the money on policing those riots. all this money that cost, they could be used to help people who really need medical treatment, remedies, food, education is not a problem anymore. Everybody can get internet service and learn whatever they want. The era, the seculum of stupidness ends. Now you have only ignorant people who ignore what they read, ignore the rules, ignore respecting. I don't want to hear anymore the NAACP talking about black discrimination. Because if I hear that again, I'm going to close the Institute of NAACP because it's an illegal gathering. You cannot have a gathering that not allowed people with other colors. You cannot allow it. What is a people of color? If everyone has a color, only somebody is a transparent, doesn't have only ghost doesn't have a color. Oh, the black people was doing bad. They needed more. Why? Only the bad people suffer? They are so ignorant just to say that. Hispanic people don't suffer, Jewish don't suffer, Mormons don't suffer, Arabs don't suffer, everybody's suffering. This is why we are humans. We're not saints, we're not angels. So study a little bit more. I doubt that somebody who is a successful black person support violence. Because if he or she supports, they are sick. They are sick. Or they don't want to feel guilty. Because they're having a good life and others can have a good life. They want to maintain this status quo. They don't want to change. They want to maintain. They're gaining from that status quo. Jeff Bezos is not a bad guy, but he doubled his money in this virus, Chinese virus pandemic era. He's not going to stay with this money. Income tax will come and take this money. He's not allowed to be richer in this situation of disgrace. Everybody disgrace. So the black people, if they don't behave themselves, they'll be expelled for any activities in the United States. Any activities. And the white people, the Aryan Brotherhood, will make another NBA only for white people. because I don't believe that only black people can play basketball. I don't believe. That's like saying that only black people can play soccer. This is the worst discrimination. You don't have one Mexican playing in NBA. We have 3 times the number of Hispanics. 4 times, 3 or 4 times in North America. So here's my say. Subscribe. I talk only the truth. If you think that I didn't tell the truth, I didn't speak correctly, I would like to know. If you have some information that I do not have, please let me know. Because my judgment is according to the facts and the evidence that was presented to me. I can have a different judgment with the same facts and evidence that was presented to me. Good night, and thank you very much for listening. And I hope you're gonna take my saying seriously. And not only black people can criticize black people, not only Jews can criticize Jews, not only white can criticize white. Everybody can criticize if they are based on facts, on science, on proofs. And the reason we criticize is because we want to see things get better. I don't wish for anyone a bad life. If I were God, I would like everybody to live forever. But I am not God. And God don't want people to live forever. So in this short time of life, you should not waste time. If you have to waste time or money, choose money, because money you can make. Time you cannot make. Time you only waste. You don't make time. That's terrible to lose time. Don't buy things that you don't need to impress people that you don't even know, and with money that you don't have. Don't look to save yourself by filing bankruptcy every 3 years. This is wrong. In Saudi Arabia, in Arab countries, if you owe money, you go to jail. You're not allowed to owe money. You're not allowed to buy something, not to pay for it. Get rid of those customs, those behaviors, those habits. Get rid of those. Think of the other person. Think about your relation with God. God will not do your work. He's going to do His work. You have to do your work. Okay? I know I'm talking like a father, but that's what you need. Donald Trump can be a father of everybody. He's a father of the nation. And he's the only one who's going to fight the Chinese invasion, the Far East invasion. Because they see the United States is weak, they're going to try to take over, like Japanese in the 80s. Don't make it hard on the Jewish people to save the United States again. With everything that the Jews suffer in life, they didn't come out and burn everything. The Jewish people suffer more than everybody else. If you listen to Jewish people, you're not going to suffer as much. And you're going to have a better life. Just think of that. You don't want to have a better life than Jewish people. So listen. That's all you have to do, listen. Try to understand. People understand cultures, especially me. I understand cultures. I understand science. I have an education that nobody has. People ask me, how come I study so much if I am crazy? Or I became crazy because I studied so much. You have people like this. I'm going to be offended? Of course not. People say a lot of things. You're not supposed to be offended of anything. It's not a choice. Oh, I'm offended. That's a lie. You can only be offended by your wrong behavior. That's the only real offense. So, good night. I hope you reflect and think of what I'm saying. If you think that I'm wrong, if you think that I don't have all the details, if you think that you're suffering so much, if you want to kill yourself, that's what I do. I help people. That's what I want to do. I want to make that difference. And remember what Gandhi said, be you the difference that you want to see in this world. Everybody can make a difference. If he makes his difference, that's the first difference that you can make. Change yourself to get a different result. See what you are doing wrong. It's very easy to say that somebody else is wrong. It's very easy. It's very comfortable. So, good night, and thank you for listening.